impressions in general are this is an absolute... It's an event, that's for sure, yeah. There's a lot going on here, lots of media stuff and, lots of beautiful riding, lots of socialising. And yeah, just so happy to have made it here. Yeah, we are definitely building a special connection with everyone here, all the finalists. We get along super well and it does feel like we're a bit of a family. We don't hang out in our rooms, we all go down to the common area and just chat about the day and tell jokes and yeah, it's really great. I wonder if the people that picked the finalists, if they took that into consideration, maybe that we all would all get along so well. First thing in my life is cycling. For a long time it was music, and in fact my dad tried to encourage me into cycling, and I told him, no Dad, I want to be a musician, and he couldn't get me out to club racing, but I don't know, something changed and I love cycling now. It's definitely my number one focus. Yeah, there is a lot more music, a lot more different genres of music over in Europe. Instead of just listening to Aussie hip-hop and pop music on the radio, it'd be nice to get a bit of Spanish flair perhaps. I find that culture really interesting, so yeah, try out some new cultures and some new music would be great. For beginners, for amateur Zwift riders, you really need to enjoy it, and that's going to make sure that you stay using Zwift and you remain consistent. That's the number one thing, that you're using it on a regular basis, which you need to enjoy it. For pro Zwifters, you need to keep track of your fitness and set out a training plan and find ways you can measure your performance so you're improving every single month. One tip, even if you're not a sprinter, you can still sprint on Zwift. It's all about the timing and it's more of a slow wind up. There's no really high peak powers in a Zwift sprint. It's a long wind up and then hold it for 15 seconds and sprint through the bunch rather than off the front of the bunch. My thoughts for today's final selection are I'm extremely nervous. I'm trying my best to hide it and remain calm, but yeah, it's going to be a long day, and the minute we finish this race, I will be a very happy man, no matter what the outcome. And all that nerves and stress will be gone and we can enjoy our final time here in Mallorca.
Well, best of the luck for you and see you in the final party.
Thank you, yeah, can't wait.
So here we are with Caitlin. It's how I'm supposed to pronounce your name.
Yeah, in Spanish it's Catalina.
Catalina.
But Caitlin.
So how do you describe this experience now?
It's very hard to describe the experience for anyone that hasn't gone through it. And I think, the 10 of us will share something forever that no one else will understand. But it's been an absolutely incredible experience. It's my first time to Mallorca. We've gotten to ride Saco Lobra, Puig Major. My pronunciation is hopefully getting
amazing.
Better. Thank you. But yeah, I'm feeling really excited for today. We just have one more race and then
let's see.
It's going to be weird to go back home. So the 5 women that are here, we have created such a strong bond. It feels like we are our own team in some ways. So it's going to be really hard to leave.
Yeah.
But even within the first 2 days, we felt like we had been together for weeks, months. So it's been really special to make new friends like that.
So you just started doing practicing cycling since 2017.
Yeah.
How is that possible? How did you get here?
I don't know.
Explain me that, come on.
Honestly, it's still unreal to me. I still, you pinch yourself. So I'm 31. I was a lawyer. I am qualified as a lawyer.
There you go.
So I was working in Bermuda and wanted to do something fun, so I started cycling. Actually with triathlon, but I hated running, so I just switched to just cycling. And I was pretty good. So in 2018, I asked someone to coach me, and just for Strava QOMs, that's still my main motivation is QOMs.
So you started with Strava, that was the beginning?
Love Strava. And then because I'm from Bermuda, so it's very, very small, I got selected to represent Bermuda for the Caribbean Championships in 2018. And I came second in the road race, so I qualified for the Pan American Games in Peru for 2019, and then I did well at the Pan Am Games, And so then I said, okay, I'm gonna quit my job and
There you go.
do it full time. And then COVID hit, but
Yeah.
You know?
So tell me, you were involucrated somehow in sports while you were a lawyer, like your specialization in
law?
In law.
so in
Was
law,
related to sports? Somehow?
no, not at
Not
all.
at all.
I wanted to do human rights law.
Human rights.
I worked in South Africa for a year at the Constitutional Court in Johannesburg, and then I came back to Bermuda, and I was working in access to information, so freedom of information law.
You're a very interesting human being.
Thank you.
Just
I think for the people that are starting and really into Zwift, I would say everything is good. You know, if you're hurting and you're suffering, if you enjoy that, you are gonna be really good. You have to enjoy the suffering, and it will make you better as a cyclist and as a person. And yeah,
embrace the pain.
Embrace the pain. Exactly. Thank you.
Let's make a T-shirt with that.
Yeah,
sentence.
we should, because it's true. And I think it's all aspects of life, you know. I think this afternoon is going to be really hard. Maud and Rachel are really strong on Zwift, and they have a really high watts per kilo. So, it's that 16 kilometers, 14 kilometers climbing. So for me, I'm just gonna hold on to the wheels as much as I can, tell my avatar to get in the draft. And yeah, just enjoy it. Embrace the pain.
Okay, so thank you very much, and the best luck for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Here we are with Rachel from Australia.
I was a pro triathlete until February this year, and then with COVID and stuff, I kind of decided to just do a year on the road and see what happened. And then I got a few results, and then I thought, oh, I may as well do Zwift Academy. It's like good workouts regardless of the outcome. And then I got into the top 5, and now I'm into the top 3. So it's been a big year for me, and didn't really know what to expect, but yeah, it's been good.
And aren't you surprised about how good you are in cycling?
Yeah, I was a bit. Like I didn't really have much like race experience on the road. I obviously came from triathlon, it's very different. But I managed to learn reasonably quick with some good help at home. And then I just had to race every race, learn, take every opportunity. And then I just tried to learn as quickly as I could, and then managed to get a few results at home in Australia, and then somehow managed to be here.
Yeah, it's been really fast, your transition from one world to the other one. And how long have you been using Zwift for?
A couple of years. I used it as a triathlete as well. So I used to do workouts and a few races as a triathlete, and then last year I had a crash and I was on Zwift for 6 weeks. I couldn't ride on the road, so that's when I kind of got into it. And then this year I just decided, like with COVID and there was still a lot of restrictions in Australia, I just decided to do Zwift Academy, as it was like with a little bit less racing, it was an opportunity to be a bit competitive in online, and then just managed to get here, and now from 5 to 3, and then we've got one more race, and that'll be it.
That will be it. What are your thoughts about this competition, this contest?
Probably just like what was really like, it's been pretty hard. Like it's been 5 or 4 days. This is the 5th day of really hard racing, hard challenges and riding. So I knew it was going to be hard, but it's been really hard. The other girls, like I didn't know what kind of the level would be, but the level is another level to what we have in Australia here. Yeah, it's been really good to get to know the other girls and guys. Obviously went from 5 to 4, and now there's the 3 of us left, and regardless of like what's happened, we're all really close and we've all become really good friends, and hopefully stay in contact in the future and see each other racing in the peloton maybe next year. There's 5 Aussies that came to this final, which is big for Australia to have the 5 Aussies here. We have 3 boys and 2 girls, and
That's amazing.
Yeah, the final of the men's is actually 3 Aussie boys, and I know them well, so it's really great to think that at the end of tonight we're going to have another Aussie. Well, we're guaranteed another Aussie boy in the World Tour peloton.
One last question, curiosity. Which are your references or your idols in cycling? Or in sports, if you want?
Yeah, probably in cycling it would have to be, I've looked up to Neve a lot. Neve Bradbury, she's won this competition last year. She's only young, very similar kind of upbringing as to what I've had in Australia. Just was racing at the same level as I'm racing in Australia. And she just took a chance with Zwift Academy, and she's been in the pro peloton this year with Canyon, and she's done well. So I think for me it's quite relatable, and she's younger than me, so it's been pretty great to see such a young Aussie do so well in that high level of racing.
Well, thank you very much for attending us, and best luck for you today.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Thank you.